I'm involved in, and I'll get into it today because I'm going to be more specific. I've been involved in about 15 homicides because I shot a lot of people, obviously. But what I could go through is this. Let me just, for the people that know me or don't know details about, I'll tell you about some of the charges I was charged with. I was charged with the murder of Georgie Grasso that people heard me talk about before, with me shooting him a couple of times in the head. I was charged with the Johnny Gebbit murder, where I ordered guys from prison when I was in prison to hit him the first week I was locked up. I also talked about the Bruce Gotter Up murder, that I ordered him and Latin King and Burke. So, you know, people ask me, and that's why I want to get into specifics. Ricky Stratton was the fourth guy that was also killed. He died a month after he was shot in the head by me, and one of the guys that went along on that was Larry Cuccarelli, who's dead. He was one of the guys in the car. I'm not going to mention the other guys in the car. They were alive, and obviously they know who was with me in that car. I was involved in a shooting at TT. I shot him in the head, who lived. I was involved in a double homicide with Frankie Burke in Brooklyn. Both those guys are dead. I was involved in a double shooting with Angelo Castelli, was actually the shooter, and Joey Danka with me. Frankie Burke shows up later on and meets us. I believe he killed the one guy in that. He's the shooter. I was involved in a shooting with Johnny Gebbit, where I'm the driver of 4 Jamaicans. I'm not sure how many guys died on that shooting. He's the shooter, I'm the driver. I'm involved in at least a double homicide on my property when 5 guys came to kill me. Guys that were involved in cleaning up that property made statements. Dino Finelli, one of them. Danny Morrow also made statements on, was involved somewhere in the murder. These are regular guys that were involved. Yeah. I had Vito Guzzo shot. He ends up living. I also had shot Mike Lavigny in the chest that people are very aware of. I shot a guy off 75th Street, Jamaica Avenue in the back for robbing my brother. I'm not sure what his status was afterwards. I shot my cousin, Nicky Pasquale. I shot Paul G. I shot a bouncer at the swim club for beating up Johnny Boy Ruggiero. I shot a bouncer with Johnny Boy Ruggiero, who drove for me out in the Hamptons for beating up John Koenig's son. I shot at the bulkhead, Sal Noto's brother-in-law, inside the bulkhead for beating up Joe O'Kane and saying he was going to kill him. I shot one of his friends, I believe it was his friend, in the chest outside the bulkhead. I shot 4 guys at Kickers nightclub over unionizing the bouncers, one of them in the stomach, the other guy in the hip and the shoulder, and 2 other guys in the legs. I shot Mike Pipp in Flight 116 and 3 of his friends with a .22 50-shot Ruger rifle with guy Tony was in the car, and Mickey. Mickey was unaware I was going to do the shooting, actually. I don't think Tony actually realized at first. And after the shooting, we went out drinking. I shot one guy for Ralph Ferrante on 80th Street, Mike's Pub in front. Shot 2 guys in front of Mondello's for Michael Catapano. They were baseball batting him. I batted a guy to death in front of Old Brother Inn with 3 guys. He went into a vegetable. I don't know if he's still a vegetable or whatever. It's been 30 years. I stabbed a guy in the neck who lived in Fort Lauderdale in front of everybody in the club. I got pinched right at the scene. I mean, that list can go on. So, you know, when people are talking about workers or somebody's telling me about Tommy Karate or this, I don't give a fuck about anybody, honestly. And the idea of me constantly going by names on this stuff is so people understand. I don't talk in innuendos. I talk specifics. Guys that know me also know I've been stabbed up a couple of times. Wow. I've been battered a couple of times. Guys try to kill me plenty of times. I talk about Fabi and Anthony Tabita and Cookie and these guys a lot because I had such admiration for these. Cookie survived a headshot and a shot to the neck. His cousin got killed. So, you know, I try to talk to these kids about legitimate tough guys like these guys that put in work, that got shot themselves, survived, a gentleman, changed their lives, true tough guys. You know, we like each other now. We're friends with each other. We respect each other. And that's part of moving on with your life. But when people are talking about, this guy didn't do this or this guy didn't do that, it's very important for people out there to know. I'm not these guys that are on radio or TV that are talking nonsense, but never talk specific. They're good storytellers, or they're talking about things that they never did, and they're trying to, I guess, glamorize this to the kids that are on the street. I want to talk about positive people that I respect. And I'm also going to show guys that will get down guys, because we got a message. The message isn't about all these shootings and killings I did before. And I can go on with more. I baseball batted 3 guys at Princeton Diner. Well, I didn't bat them. I hit them with pipes and with bottles. 3 guys, I was by myself. 3 guys I batted the old brother in by myself. The Krasinowski brothers by myself. Keegan brother after he was abusing Joe O'Kane and his girlfriend, and he came to my house. And it's one of the guys I regret, actually, because Joe O'Kane overall was a coward. He set up his friend Joey Stabile to get killed, and Joe ends up getting killed in Kane prison. He gets stabbed up. He came to testify at that time for Gotti Jr. with a broken jaw, because he was warned not to testify for a guy that's ratting. But these are the history of, for people that are out there and want to know. And they can ask any question about any of these shootings I'm talking about, any of these guys I hurt, stabbed up, batted, and the list can keep going on. I batted the Ricky Nicosia brother-in-law on 79th Street. Actually, Gotti Jr. was with me on that. One of the rare ones where he actually did come and do something. The thing is, it's for the people that think it's easy to order these things than to do these things, right? And you hear both sides. I planned a lot of these murders, obviously. I didn't, shoot everybody and kill everybody, but on most of them, I'd say 85% of them, I was the guy doing the work. Now, did I order some? Yeah. Did I set them up? Yes. Is it the same thing as the guys that are going there and doing the work? Obviously not. So these are the hits that, I was ordered to organize and get involved with in killing these guys. These are real hits. These are real names. The rest of the guys that I hit one after another, whether I did it directly or had somebody else hit, is part of the work that I was told to put in by John Gotti Sr. Louis DeBona was one of my hits that I was involved with planning and killing. So, when people are talking about shootings and murders and battings and knifings, and, I did it all. This was what I did for a living. So when I hear about a name and somebody's impressed by somebody's name or whatever they heard out in the street, it doesn't impress me. This was what I did for a living.